Hey everybody, good afternoon. I didn't go out today because I don't feel good. So, as you can hear probably, I'm a little stuffed up and had a sore throat yesterday, but it's gone. So just stuffed up and just coughing up grossness. So, I am home. I just kicked the ball for the dog. I am home. I put together a little video for Saturday. I have one already set for Sunday. I just have to yet to make it. And so, yeah, I kicked the ball for the Labo, and yeah, I got that done. So, you know, it's something. Some of the clips that you've already seen, whatsoever. They're from last year. Yeah, they're from last year. You know, it's not a very long video. Not like the 6-hour one together I put for Thanksgiving, but it'll be fun. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Stay tuned.
All right, everybody, good morning from Muncie, Indiana. First train of the morning here. I-007 for CSX. These gates getting up pretty early here. I guess not, because he's moving pretty good. All right, there goes CSX I-007. Rambling and hitting the diamonds. Loud diamonds. Like, that's a loud diamond. Anyways, rumble on through. That's going to be the name of the game today. It's going to be a nice one, everybody. Stay tuned. Guess what, folks? We got another train coming. That might be the ethanol train that Buckeye Freight Rambling was telling me about. Clear Dayton. I believe after this guy, I'm going to head back down to Wyoming for some lunch at Wyoming Meat Market. I haven't been there in a while. I'd like to go. So we're going to get this ethanol train and we're going to go get some food, man. This is train number 9. I'm shooting for number 10. I'm shooting for double digits here today. That'd be great. Make it well worth it coming out here in the cold. Unless I'm miscounting. Yeah. No cool and interesting power on this one. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't on these ethanol trains. But I'm going to shoot for one more train and I'm going to head towards the house because I got to get my memory banks clear off my phone and I must be honking at that local down there. Like I said, I got to get the memory banks on my phone clean because I won't have any room to record. So I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon doing that after I get one more train. Unless they stop this guy. Anyways, this ethanol train comes out of Bensenville, Illinois, usually Chicagoland area, and then heads down to Tampa, Florida. So it takes a few days for him to get down to Tampa. And this is just a small part of his journey. They do not go down there with the same crews that they start out with. They recrew. Like most transportation companies here in the United States, they have about a 10-hour limit on work time. So that's railroad workers, truck drivers. Now the guys on the towboats on the river systems in the United States, like Mississippi, Ohio, Illinois, all that, they're on the boat for 30 days usually. 30 on, 30 off, 28, 20 on. Sometimes it changes. It differs, varies per company. But usually their watches only last about 4 to 6 hours. They're not very long. So they do get rest time. But train crews usually have 10 hours and then they give them another whatever 10, 12 hours amount of rest. Anyways, I think I see the end. I see the bumper car way down there on the other side of the crossing. Sharon Road down there. .209 probably went straight south through Glendale unless they held them up for a sighting for whatever reason. But 209 is an auto rack train, so I'm not missing anything. Anyway, slowly or surely, here comes the end. So tomorrow is supposed to be a huge contrast from today, where I think we're warming up to the mid-20s today eventually, and then tomorrow it's going to be like 45 degrees. I don't know, it just baffles me that makes sense, but hey, whatever, man. And then we drop back down, get cold again before we go up to a little bit more seasonal temperatures for the end of January going into February. But I tell you, man, time flies. Time flies. I got a kid leaving for college. It's probably like 5 months or 6 months, less than 6 months. Telling you guys, time flies. It just seems like a couple weeks ago that he was little and cute. He's definitely not little anymore. Now, nor is he cute. He's a big teenager that eats everything in my house and then asks when he can eat again. So if any of you have teenagers out there, you know what I'm talking about. No offense to any of you teenagers that watch my channel, but one day you will have kids of your own and you will understand. They're going to stop him right down there. And that's going to do it for me here in Sharonville along the Newcastle sub. I'm going to go ahead and start hightailing it towards Wyoming, man. Because they have stopped him. And I don't want to watch a stop train. All right, folks, stay tuned. Don't click away. We're going to get another train or so. Maybe we'll get a couple more. Who knows? All right, everybody, got 558 coming up line. So that was 506 that just went past the last train. He was 600 something axles. There go the gates behind me here at Union Road. We're going to watch them come around the bend. Let's watch that. He didn't sound his horn. He didn't sound his horn, guys. That was weird. The camera around to catch the locomotives going because I was confused to why he didn't sound his horn. That was weird. This is 558, like I said. Steel beams. He's not going as fast as 506, but he's moving on. Going off a nice breeze here. Here's the end. And there they go. There go the gates. Couple cars here. All right, cool. There you go around the bend. Stay tuned, folks. All righty. I have the gates going down for Norfolk Southern. Everyone. Looks like we got an empty coal train. shaking this tower, I'll tell you that. Imagine what it'd feel like if it was loaded. And it looks like that caboose is starting to come back. He's waiting for the diamonds to clear. Looks like he's waiting on a signal here. But I see him to the right of the screen. All right, folks. There they go. Look at that. Keep standing by. All right, here we go, folks. Welcome back to Marion. Here we go, first train. All right. That was super loud. I feel like these diamonds are much louder than they were last time I was here a couple months ago. Anyways, that was pretty awesome.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
All right, folks. Don't go nowhere. Well, everybody, good morning from Thurmond, West Virginia. I have never officially been down here. I've passed through here on Amtrak the Cardinal P51 when I was going to Cincinnati about 8 years ago, and I'm very familiar with lots of parts of West Virginia, and I'm familiar with where Thurmond is and all about it, but I've never actually been here to watch some trains. We got the rig over there. We're kicking some breakfast right now. We'll show you more downtown Thurmond here in a little while. But here is what they call the Visitor Center and the Amtrak station. This is the second least used Amtrak stop in the United States. So the other one's in Texas. That is the most least used, if that makes any sense. Now, we got a couple cars down here. We got a young lady in a pickup truck, and we got a park ranger. We got a park ranger there in that, I think it's a RAV4. He's over there. Used as a visitor center now. Now, those people are walking up because Amtrak's getting ready to come. So maybe they're getting on the train. You see the folks down there? Right there? So maybe they're getting on the train. Which, not a lot of folks get on the train here, but it's really cool. Just waiting on the train, and it should be here in a couple moments. But let's talk about Thurmond before I show you downtown. Now look at this. That's a one-lane bridge. We're going to walk on that later. Not walk on the tracks. We're going to walk on the bridge. There are step-off points to the left where if a vehicle comes, you can step off, and it is really close. But we're going to go check out the New River, which right now, if you're familiar, New River Gorge National Park and Preserve, that's where we are. That's who owns this town now, is the National Park Service. I talked to not that gentleman there, but there's another gentleman way down there. I'm not trying to give out his little hiding spot, but he was camping down here last night, something I wanted to do, but I didn't get here till too late, so we ended up staying in Beckley. Amtrak should be here any moment. As soon as these signal lights go off, I don't know. I think it has. I don't see bells or speakers or anything. So we'll see what happens here. But Amtrak will not take long to get through. Now, there's an old coaling tower down here. You can see a little bit of it way beyond the signals there. That's an old coaling tower. I'll go explore that later. I'm not really sure what that is, but there's a bathroom over there. So if you're down here, you got what you need. You got the bathroom. It's a drop toilet. No running water. You don't really have any water. So if you're going to come down here and you're going to quote unquote camp, you better have your own water supply with you. I know I have mine. It's 9:50. So yeah, I just want you guys to enjoy some of the sights and the sounds. Look up there. So yeah, there's an old luggage cart over there, kind of behind the... There it is. Yeah, we're gonna go on that bridge a little later. But like I said, we're waiting on Amtrak. And hopefully, we're here for a couple hours this morning. We actually get more than one train. I know I got one down here last night. Got a grain train with empty coal hoppers, an empty grain train, empty coal hoppers. But Amtrak is going to stop down there where that platform is. Down here. See that platform is right there? That's where they'll stop. They'll pick up those people. It'll be like a minute station stop. And then they will carry on. This is the Cardinal. This is P050. Comes out of Chicago. It originates in Chicago. Huh? It originates in Chicago, terminates in New York City. Its counterpart is P51. It goes right through the city of Cincinnati. And anyways, this is an old Chesapeake and Ohio line. So this is also one of the same lines that goes across the very top of Kentucky there, the Ohio River. So through Maysville and Augusta, the same line that I've filmed a few times in Augusta and Maysville and Dayton, Kentucky. So we'll keep waiting on Amtrak. All right, everybody. Here it comes. Yeah, these lights came on. So no bells, no gates, no booms, no nothing. Listen to that echo. All right, actually, there they go, folks. People actually got on. That's really cool. Hopefully we get something more than just Amtrak today while we're here. Morning. Cool, there they go. All right, folks, stay tuned. All right, everybody. I've climbed up here on the hill next to the Norfolk Southern tracks. Look at the bridge all the way across. Boom. Train coming. boxes on this one. Groove Ducky Tom. These Amazon boxes. Does anybody think that the Amazon logo looks like a peen? I don't think it does. Well, I don't know. Nice. Here they go. Shortest one I had all day. All right. Cool. Well, we're going to keep part 2 rolling here. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. We're going to wrap things up in Ashland here. We got the gates going down. We got a train. It is a coming. That is over there. You see them lights? That's train headed this way. It's gonna be a shorter train, y'all. That's what I just heard 1960 Gambit say. But that's all right. Look at this train. Listen to that echo. Got a transformer. Alrighty. There you go. Well, there it on goes. We're at the Amtrak station here in Ashland, and we are out of here, folks. I'm headed home. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate you. Always, my friends, there's nothing like spending an adventure with you, my friends. And my friends here. Got y'all too, the 1960 Gambit, and myself, and Mrs. Boats. Signing out, folks. Have a good night.
All right, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that one today. I know it's not a normal video. I didn't go out today. I really wanted to get up north a little bit, like Dayton, Miamisburg, Carlisle area, and I just didn't get to do it because I haven't been feeling good. And I figured rest was the best thing for me today, so that's what I'm doing. I'm chilling out, but I made this video for y'all, and like I said, I got that one for Sunday that's coming out. And hold on, buddy. And so there he is. That's what I'm doing with him, kicking his ball for him. And yeah, so there you go. I don't feel good. I hate it, but so I've been resting today, and that seems to be the good thing. But I'll be back at it as soon as I can. It's going to be really cold Monday and Tuesday, so I don't know if I'm going to make it out. If not, you know, there'll just be shorts or whatever. But hey, I'm getting off of here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little compilation video. Just random trains. That's all it is. It's just randomness. And there's no really, like, rhyme or reason to it. Ugh. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. All y'all like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button for me. You get all the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please watch another video, because every video you watch really helps my channel. You know, and if you want more ways to support the channel, just are as follows: giving me a thumbs up, liking the video, and leaving me a comment on the video, sharing with your family or friends, and watching a couple of those playlists for me. And you know, if you're not subscribed and you watch the channel, go ahead, please do so. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's free. We'd love to have you on board, and at that point, join the adventure crew, my friends. You can go out with me on one of those many adventures. So until we meet again on the next adventure, have a good day.